We got our Mojave Grom 223S BLX right over here on our Traxxas X stand over here, so that's pretty nice. We'll give everyone a couple minutes or so to join in. I'll set this down over here. I'm actually gonna get my Xbox running here so I can see my stream at the same time. Here's my other Mojave Grom. What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining. Much appreciated. How do I find my live stream? Let's see here. All right, guys, we'll get started here in just a few minutes. No one's joined as of yet. I think I have to look myself up. Oh, there we go. I found my live stream. Cool. Thank you all for joining. We'll get started here in just a second. We're going to start repairing this. I got my Xbox going. This is the Elite controller I just repaired here. Let's see how long of a delay I have on my Xbox. Okay, that's about like maybe a 15-second delay. All right, that's pretty good. All right, I have you guys, or myself, going on the TV over there. Let me put my controller back. Let's go ahead and don some gloves. These are the Harbor Freight nitrile gloves. I really love these guys with the textured grips. Oh, tumble wumble, as Kevin Talbot would say. All right. Cool. Quality looks good, guys. So let me know in the comments how y'all are doing. Hope you all are doing well. So we are going to be repairing our Mojave Grom. We crashed it into a pole the other day at the skate park. You can see we broke the shock retainer over there, or the shock. I can't, like the ball end is what it would be. And then you can see I also broke the arm. The arm snapped out. The pin looks okay, but we'll have to take that apart. Luckily, our screw heads are still intact, and we're also going to make some type of rudimentary skid plate for this. So we'll see what happens. So let me know, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, I just picked up these two knives. These are pretty cool. Look at this. I just got this. So I went to a reptile show the other day. You guys can see that on my live, my previous lives. And there was actually a gun and knives show right next door. And I got this, and that's pretty cool. It's a box cutter. I actually didn't buy it at the shop. They were overcharging it. I found them online for like 20 bucks each. That's a scalpel over there. Outdoors with Skeeter, how you doing? What do you think about these knives? They're pretty interesting, right? I have the scalpel blade so I can use that for filleting, and it's, pocket sized. And then I have the box cutter. I already have tons of box cutters, like the Milwaukee ones. This one's my favorite box cutter out of all of them, but this one was pretty cool, so decided to pick it up when I picked this one up. All right, let's get those out of the way. I'll use those for unboxing videos. So we got our bodies over here. Here's my original trash body. It's all torn up. Let's get this all away and stop waffling and get right into the repair over here. So we can actually move that out of the way. And we see our car here. So our front end is messed up. So how are we going to get into this? So let's first take off our wheels. And I have all my tools down here. Actually, do I have my Arma tool with me? I don't have my Arma tool. Let's see, I have that right here. Or I don't. All right, we should be okay with this then. Yep. Oh, those are really on there. Geez. Let me know how the angle is, guys. Probably should do. Can I do? How was that angle for you guys? Is that cool? That might be better. Cool. All right, so we got that one side off. We can also see we got some hair stuck in the bushing here, so that's not ideal. I need the smaller. Outdoor Skeeter, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. There we go. Oh, geez, look how much hair was in there. I remember I was driving it on this field, this artificial grass field where there was like a concert prior, and I think this was just someone's like weave or something. I picked it up and I thought I got it all out, but apparently not. Look at that, guys. That's a lot of hair. Honestly, this is probably one of the worst things for an RC car is to have something like that run up into the sides, because that like pushes so much pressure going outwards, and that can like really destroy some stuff. So that's the hair that was in that one wheel. So I'm gonna go and actually check all of them, since I saw like this much. I thought I checked them all, but I'll double check them again. Let's throw this out real quick so it doesn't get anywhere. Nice, the live stream looks good on the TV, so quality looks great. Sorry the background isn't as nice looking as it should. It's a workbench. All right, so let's see now. Let's get the whole, we can slip this drive shaft out. Let's put everything on our magnetic tray here. Can't pull this off of here, so let's Screw that on there. There we go. All right. Next few things, let's get the bottom off of here. Luckily, these screws, I think, are still intact, but we really need to solve this because that's the main issue with these Groms, I feel, is the rubbing on the bottom over here. That's the longevity of the car. That's the weakest point, is the skids and the bottom screws on this whole car. So what I think I'm going to do is I have a good hot glue gun. I think I'm going to hot glue some like plastic to go in between right here and maybe like over here and also back on the back so it does not skid on the screws, at least at first, for quite some time, and then I can always replace the like skid plate. I had a piece of metal skid plate. I don't have it here on my workbench, but the metal skid plates were way too heavy. Actually, I think one of them is still on here. Yeah, I have this metal skid plate on here, but they add a lot of weight, and I have to hold them on with zip ties, and they still snap the screws. Like this puts a lot of leverage on the screw heads, and it pops it off, so still not a good one. All right, so we got all those screws out of there. We got to get this up somehow. There, it slides out. That's how it does. All right. Let's just take the whole front bumper off. You know what? I don't need to take the front bumper off. I'm not going to do it. All right, so let's take the arm off here. So we need to take our pin out. Got the pin. All right, so now we have our arm here we need to replace. Okay, so this arm is completely done. You can see it is split right there. You could put it back in place, and honestly, it probably could hold for quite some time, but it's gonna break after a few jumps or pop out of place after a few jumps. We're gonna save this screw on here. And then we can pop this out of here. Actually, I really don't even need to because this, we'll keep it like that. All right, so this is basically garbage for now. We have our other Mojave Grom over here. We're gonna go ahead and donate the arm. That was this side, so we'll go ahead and get that. And we'll actually take the shock off of here too. So I need to unscrew this from here. So let's set this aside. And the reason why I am taking everything off of this is now my donor, putting onto this one is because this one, all the drive shafts are messed up. I have aftermarket differentials in it, and I actually really don't like those aftermarket differentials I bought. I also have, this one has a cracked chassis as well. The front bumper is completely broken. Like I have to get a new front bulkhead to properly reattach the front bumper. And also these have skidded a whole bunch where these screws have like completely pulled through. So yeah, it's pretty torn up, but still holding up it was still holding up pretty well. I could definitely still run it a whole bunch more, but I'd rather use this as a donor for now to get this one back up and running, and because I don't have two non-running RC cars. All right, so stop waffling. I waffle too much. That's what I do. Let's again just want to always double check the side you're going to work on. Like, I don't even think I'm going to be able to remove these screws. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate each one of you that's on here. If you guys can leave a comment, I can give you guys a shout out, or I can let you guys know what I'm doing if you have any questions. So it's all up to you guys. I don't even think that's a screw hole. I think that's a screw. Yeah, that's just a bolt. So like, yeah, this is actually kind of like, this is stuck. This like plastic is, ooh, I almost just stabbed my hand. That would have been quite a video. We have a pry tool. There it is. There we go. Okay. Got that off of there. Hey everyone, Alex, how you doing? Alex Does Random. That's actually a pretty good name. How you doing? Dick Gary Wright, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. That's also quite a great name. All right, let's go ahead and get this here. And let's get this over here. Where did I just put my... Hello, where did I put that? There it is. That's not the exact one, but that's it. Okay. Let's take the shock off. If you have any questions, just let me know too. If you have any questions on the car, this is a Mojave Grom 223S BLX. And one of my favorite RC cars, honestly, guys, on the market. I do have some things I don't like about it, but I do like it. Like I don't like some other things about my other RC cars, but this is definitely one of my favorites. So take it as you will. Piece the arm back on. Pretty sure it was this screw. And generally you want to hand tighten. You don't want to use the electrical to do that. Okay, we can put our arm back in there. We have our pins. Let's see if any of these pins are bent. All the pins look nice and straight, so we can use any of these. Slide the pin right back through. And now we can, this, you have to kind of like slide back and then slide the pins in place. So just like that, we're in. What is that? Some type of piece of metal from something. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so now we just got to get the shock attached. Oh, big thing. No drive shaft. Definitely need that in there. So let's do a Kevin Talbot transition. I'll go boom. It didn't work, but let's get going. That'll be a good transition in post. All right, let's get this back unscrewed again. There we go. You don't want these screws backing out, because if they back out, they start hitting the tires there, but you don't want them too tight because then they'll interfere. These have like a little bushing that goes with them. We only go in one way. Appreciate all you guys staying on. Oh, Freed Southside, how you doing? Or Fred Southside, how you doing? You have a Typhon. I have a Typhon also. I'll show you guys that here in just a minute. Alrighty. So we are back together. I think the only thing I'm actually missing, I think I'm missing the shock guard. I just have the shock guard, the regular one, but let's take that shock guard off. Pretty sure I can remove this. Yep. Let's get this shock guard. Let's see if we bent this also. Yeah, it feels a little bent. Not terrible, but it is definitely bent, this one. So we just pull back the shock and slot it right in there. Nice. Let me know how the video looks. Okay, so we got that back on. Let's get our hex. And where's our pin? There's our pin. And then the pin is in, or not yet. Can never find the tool I just put down. Jeez. Everything's a hammer, you know? Man, let's try from the other side. There we go. That is in there. We can finally get our little hex back on. They fit on pretty well. Want to make sure they're nice and secured. I'm going to pull them out and then push them in. And now we can get our small hex key. Let's get some Loctite on this too. Let's get Loctite on the scenario. I just put my Loctite right on my table. And I go boop. All right. Now we can get our wheel back on. And now we can get our hex back on. And then if I have my controller, which actually I think I left it in my car, I'm pretty sure we are 100% back together. We're good there. The rear shocks feel kind of weak. Let me see if I want to change the rear on the other one. Oh no, these feel the same. Okay, so we are done with the swap. See what controller this one's for. Yeah, that's not the one for this one. This one is for this one. And what we'll actually do too is I have the upgraded fan in here, and I want to actually take this fan out and put it into this one. So let's do that too. Let's get our all right. Note how this is plugged in. I'm going to actually wait to unplug that. So it's actually just going to go like this with the, remember guys, silver plugs go towards the other plug right there, and it goes at the top one. Okay. Let's unravel this. And we got that out of there. This is the upgraded fan. This is like I think it's like the Black Widow fans. I got this off Amazon. I really like this one. It's all aluminum, and it much better upgrade than the current fan right here. Let's get this guy out. This is almost fully stripped down. And the stock fan is removed. Upgraded fan. I'm getting Loctite everywhere. Let me get a paper towel. We're almost at 5K subs, guys. If you haven't subbed yet, please sub. When we get 5K, I don't know if I'll do a giveaway just yet. I might do that for my 10K, or I don't know. I could do a giveaway to someone local to me here. If anyone's local to South Florida, I'll probably do a giveaway. Right now I'm just looping up this cabling to make it a little bit neater. That's too much. I think one less. And then we do silver this way, and at the top one, right? Yeah, it's the top one. Okay. So let's go ahead and give this a power on here. Let's get that other pin back in. Oh, we're not plugged in with the power. You can hear that nice fan right there going. So we are 100% back together. Wow. All right, now, oh, we're not. We're not 100% back together. We don't have screws on the bottom. Okay, so this is where we have to invent something to work as a skid plate for over here. And I'm actually, now that I'm seeing it, I have a couple of good ideas. Let's get these screws back in first. These I like over tightening a little bit just to countersink them in. We lost everyone. We got one guy or one individual. I don't know if you're what you are. How you doing? Now we got 3 people. Okay, there we go. Thank you all for joining. Everyone, please leave a like. We got our Mojave together. Now we're gonna think about how we're gonna make a skid plate, because these right here, these screw heads get worn out and this plastic gets worn out, especially when I take it into the skate park. So I need to figure something to go on here. And actually this is kind of like bulging up. Maybe that's a good thing. Let's think of something here. Epoxy would come off real quick. I might just leave it the way it is. It might just have to be the way it is. I do have them sunk down pretty deep. All right, we're gonna call it Dunzo for this RC car now. We're gonna work on another one. So we have the Mojave back on the roster for another bass session another day. Maybe tomorrow. We'll take a look. Now, should we rock the newer body or should we rock the gold body? Which body should we run? The Miami blue and pink. There we go, I fixed that. That's... Push out this dent over here. All right, so I'm gonna set up a pole because I'm gonna go get my controller, and while I walk away, I think a pole would be a good thing to run. Okay, let's go here, let's go here, and let's go and do a pole. Blue, and let me do what color? Let's do this. Blue and pink, and then we have the all right. Start poll. Everyone leave a poll if you can. Leave a like. I'm gonna go get my controller. I'll be right back. Oh, let's see here. Blue and pink, 100% votes. Only one vote though, so that's not giving me any definite there. Let's run a little hot test over here. I got my controller, so let's see if it's rolling right. And actually, I was gonna check the tires and see if they were all Everything looks good. Come on, let's get some votes out here. Maybe I should, anyone think I should swap the Typhon arms onto Mojave and put the Mojave arms onto the Typhon? I think we're putting Typhons together also. Here's the Typhon over here. Yeah, the problem with the Typhon I had with the screws up here. Oh yeah, that's definitely not strong enough. I need to. Oh yeah, I wanted to order those screws. I never ordered the screws, guys. That's what I forgot to do. I knew I was forgetting something. I wanted to order those screws. Okay. So let's figure this out. Guys, leave a vote for the color. You guys can leave a vote. Go leave a vote up there. Right up there, guys. Click which color. The bronze and black. That's really beaten up and destroyed. It's like completely destroyed. The skid plates are gone. But definitely still usable as a body shell. Or should I use the newer pink and blue one? I do like this one because you can tell the difference from the front and the back very easily. This, you can't really see it from far away. All right. Come on, guys, leave a vote. I need to get the official Typhon arms and all the drive shafts for all these cars. I'm waiting for some votes, guys. Go ahead and leave a vote. Thank you for joining in. Leave a vote up there. Okay, so we got these two cars. I need to figure the Typhon. I need to order those screws. Make a note for myself. Let's get the Typhon body. We're gonna move these out of the way. And we're gonna clear up our workbench too before we work on our sledge over here. Just gonna put everything into this box here. I have another Typhon over here. I have two Typhons and 2 Groms, or two Groms, 2 Mojaves. I have 4 Groms total. All right, so we got that put away. I'm just putting away all my stuff from the RC cars. I can put both things together. I have two separate boxes of Grom parts, honestly. They're all very similar. Pretty sure this is the Typhon controller. I don't know where my Typhon controller would be. This is... Now I got mixed my controllers. Okay, this one's the working one. So I'm gonna put a little scratch right here. And just know that this one is that one. It's pretty quick. I'm gonna end the poll. I guess I'll use the pink one. You know what? I'm gonna use the gold one. I'm gonna go against what you guys say. Actually, I'm gonna take this off the top too. I'm gonna make this open top Grom. There we go. All right, so we got that off of there. I'll make a nice chop top Mojave. Kind of want to leave that to add some shock protection. I think that's good. Good there, and actually I kind of want to drill out. Let me take a look inside here. Where would this be? That'd be on top of the motor. I'm gonna drill these holes out over here. Let's see how I can do that with the tools I have with me at the moment. All right, we got the, we're gonna cut this out over here. Hey, Team Richard, how you doing? Richard B, how you doing? Let me do this up here. It's kind of probably better I don't do this in my lap. All right, guys. I'm gonna cut out this little plastic bar right here. Team Richard B, or Richard, whatever you want me to call you, do you have any RC cars? I just think this is going to add extra airflow. I don't really even need to do this. Just why not? This body's already pretty destroyed as it is. Doesn't need to be perfect either. Oh, an Inferno, nice. All right, so we got one of the fake cooling fans. Look, they just put it, like, they should just make it a hole. Like, honestly, I don't need a fake sticker cooling fan that I can't even see. They should just make it a hole, because, like, that's just heat dissipation going through the body right there. I don't think it has any drag. Like, I don't get it. Here's the other one out. That one wasn't the best. There we go. There we go. Now we got some cooling holes. And that goes right up on top of the motor. Look at that. And I think as we go, either the cool air is going to go into the front and then get extracted out the back here, or it's either going to cup in and go out the back there. But either way, it's definitely going to be more airflow. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. How many RCs do I have? I have, let's just do a quick count. I mean, would you count this an RC car still? A cannibalized RC car? Team Richard? If not, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 RC cars that are in running order. Not everyone is at tip-top order at the moment, but I have 7 RC cars that are running. And then I actually have way too many RC cars. Yeah, I think 24 is a good amount. I think that's definitely, you're definitely in the hobby at that amount. But I don't know if I would consider this now an RC car, because I've almost completely cannibalized it. I could get it back up in running order, but I may not. I don't know. And then I also have an old 2-wheel drive Rustler. I technically have 2 of them, and I technically have a fully parted out original E-Revo, which is not in running order. So, you know, I don't consider this an RC car right now. But 7 RC cars total at the moment. Okay, so let's clean up our mess. Let's put this bumper This is my other Grom. I've been racing RC cars for over 20 years. Wow, that's really cool. What class? It's a 3S class or any class in particular? Oh, I don't want to throw that in there. That's garbage. Oh, you're from Norway. That's great. So you have probably plenty of awesome places to go drive some RC and not as many people as here. All the skate parks are huge and packed, and all the other public places are packed, and also all the other public fields are all just flat. Everything is just flat here. There's no good RC parks. There was a good like BMX track. It's in Aventura, but it's kind of dilapidated. But it's it's a decent place to go. But yeah, that's probably pretty cool out there in Norway. Let's get the big sledge up here. All right. We got our sledge up here on the bench. It was running okay, but like it's locking up. Like it'll spin fine and then it just locks. See, look. Spins fine, locks. So we have to figure and get to the bottom of that. This is pretty difficult doing this with my phone in the front. I might have to do it like this. Let's swoop. There we go. All right, you guys to my side. So what is... I'm gonna put this down on the floor. I need to take a look. I think I'm gonna have to take it apart anyway, regardless of whatever it is. Let's get our... You mostly drive 1/8 scale. Nice. I like 1/8, as you can see. This has a basher body on it. Real nice. I don't know why it's locking up. I think what we'll do, we'll get our chassis bar out of here. Let's get our wheels off. Let's do it like this, actually. There we go. Much more secure. Thank you all for joining in. We got 8 people on. That's really awesome. You can see my modifications here on the rear. It's the GPM hub extensions, 13 millimeter extensions. That is the Hobby Park rear axle carrier there. You can see what I did on the front too. All right, let's figure this out. Let that out. Okay, now I'm gonna actually just take out the center differential, and then we're gonna see how everything spins. Let's see. Arrma V6 but it actually is my son's car. Oh, nice. That's great. You can share RC cars with your family. I'm a single RCer. Honestly, everything looks good. I think the issue is really the dog bone. And I've been putting off this for a long time. Look at that. Look at that dog bone right there. That's definitely seen some better days. So I think that might be what's causing the issue. I was holding off to do it because you can also see like the diff cup. It's pretty worn out, but it's still running. So I think that's going to be what has to make the change. Motor's not locked up. So if I want to do the front diff cup, the front's rolling smooth, the rear is rolling nice and smooth too. So whatever holdup is in the center. Could be the gearing here. Let's put this in. Mesh might be too tight. That's a little too tight, I think. But the set meshing, that's the problem. Okay, I see I can do this one. This is actually loose. Okay, we got that out of there. All right. Open up a brand new Traxxas part. This is I think it's an $80 part here, guys. So we actually did not upgrade the rear one. This is still the stock rear, which I think I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna do the front one for right now. There we go. No going back on that. Got our set screws. Got our front one we're gonna use. I should have like something going on in the background. So there's like something moving. I should get like some type of movement thing. All right. So that is in place now. Now what we have to do is we actually have to change this diff cup out over here because we don't want that broken diff cup affecting this. So let's slide that back. Let's get our sledge stuff together. So this over here Team Richard, yeah. So I like RC cars and fishing. Yes, you assumed right. When you're fishing in the mountains, that sounds fun. Probably catch a lot of smaller fish though out there, like trout and other things like that, right? Here in Florida, in the intercoastal, you can catch small little fish, you can catch sharks, you can catch almost anything in the intercoastal. Ooh. Salmon or trout? Wow, I really I would really love to go catch a salmon and eat it. That's a dream right there. I've caught trout when I was out in Maryland before, but for me, I don't really like trout too much. Just there we go. This is a center differential. With this is I think 20 million in here. We just gotta get that off. And we just gotta get this pin out. There we go. And just slide her on out. All right, so that's done. Now we have to find our drive cup. Here's our sledge parts bin over here. I don't know if I can show you guys everything in here. But yeah, I think it's actually, well, these actually aren't them. Oh, there it is. Found it. I really like these boxes from Harbor Freight. All right, now we just got to slide this back through. Oh, other way. We're gonna need the bearing first. Bearing feels good. Need the pin. Oh, there we go. Get the rubber seal back in place. I just like to eat fish from freshwater. Oh, that's interesting. I'm the opposite. I like just eating fish from saltwater. I've caught a few like peacock bat here in South Florida. You really don't want to eat any fish from the freshwater here because everything has just runoff from pesticides. Even the saltwater, honestly, in the intercoastal is just all just pesticides everywhere. All right, we are installed. We'll see if we're getting the same issue still. It does feel better. It does still feel it's. It's a little interesting, this car here, the way I have it set. So you only have Traxxas cars? No, I just had my Mojave Grom, the Arma. And then I mainly have Traxxas cars. I only have Traxxas other than my Groms from Arma. And I actually do really like my Groms from Arma. And honestly, I got the Groms before the Mini XRT released. And I'm very happy with them, but I probably am in the market for a Mini XRT, but I can't justify another RC car right now. I know once you get the RC car bug, or once one calls your name, you know, you gotta be like, oh, I gotta get one of you guys, you know. are you going to get the new Arma Mini then? Which or the Creighton Mini? I don't think so. I saw my friend RC Design Build. He got one. He's kind of regretting his purchase. He has two mini XRTs, and he just got that mini Creighton, and he did send it pretty hard, but it did break. And I do understand his frustration with the Groms. They do have their shortcomings, but they do have they're pretty great cars. But again, they do have their shortcomings. They're more, I would say, they're more toy-like than the XRT Mini. Even though I don't have the XRT Mini, I can say this is more of a toy-like vehicle than that car. It's still a hobby grade car, but it's definitely does not have parts that can hold up very, very long. On the other hand, I really like the electronics on the Arma. I think they're some of the better out there. I like how they sound. I like the noise, like the braking noise. It's all very nice. Is it just bash it body? I think I want to. Loosen up the motor meshing just a little bit. Yeah, the problem with small RC cars, they just bounce around like a rabbit. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the Mojave is definitely a tumble-wumble car. Typhon was really nice. When I first opened the Typhon, dude, I brought it to a artificial turf course, and man, dude, that thing was flying, really nimble, dead as an arrow. But now after some time, once you run the car, it runs out of, things bend, things run out of place, and it doesn't run the track as straight anymore. Okay, these are, there we go. Okay, hopefully that should be better. That sounds much better. Okay, so we got to get our T-bar back on, actually. So we got to get our wheels back off, our T-bar back on. The track system back. Unmute. There we go. I think we're good. Finally, we're unmuted. All right. Okay. Apologies for that, guys. That's what happens when you get a phone call when you're doing a YouTube live stream. Completely cuts you out. All right, Sledge is together again. got some batteries. Let's just drop them in real quick and just see if we got it rolling. Oh, jeez. Look at that perfect pass servo, dude. All right. I still think it's a center differential that's messing it up. I want to solve this once and for all, guys, so I think we're taking it back apart. You saw where it's locking up. Yeah, look at that. It's locked up right now. And look, the differentials are moving. Look at that. It's the pinion and spur that are locked up. So the differential's moving. It's moving at 20 million in the center. See that? Motor's not moving with the... Yeah, I need a new pinion and spur. That's what it is. All right, you know what that means? Yeah, a little weird on the side, exactly. The pinion and spur is messed up. Might even go for a different gearing set. Now, when I put this in here, it just feels like it's rolling perfectly fine. Could, maybe not. Oh yeah, there's definitely a resistance. Oh no. Such a weird interference. This is a cheap spur gear though, so I might explain it. This is a cheap pinion also, but this pinion looks good. Let's see if we got a new spur. Let's see a spur gear, spur gear, spur gear. Let's see if we got one. I have a GPN pinion gear. Spur, spur, spur. That's all smooth. I don't think the motor shaft's bent. I don't think I have a spur gear on hand, guys. I have to clean up my table. Maybe that's what I'll do on stream right now. I'll clean up my table because I put it off. And so since we've had a long stream, guys, we're gonna watch me clean up my table. Let's get a trash can. Check out these knives before you guys dip out. Look at these. I went to a knife show. That's pretty cool, right? Oh wow, we're back. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being back. Hey guys, thank you for joining back and leaving a like. Sorry for the interruption there. Our phone stopped charging on our wireless charge. It's actually still at 1%, so hopefully our phone doesn't die. Let me turn down my brightness.
Both of them the same? Both 71s? Not, both of them 71? Or neither one of them double, right? Double covers?
Taking a little snack right now. There we go, we're still live. Still at 1% battery. I need a pinion and spur. All right. Our phone's not charging again. I'm gonna stop the video, guys. What's up, guys? We're gonna be sitting on the charger for a few minutes. We're at 4%. For some reason, my wireless charger wanted to stop working. I think my phone was overheating. So we'll be just a couple minutes. Thank you guys for sitting.